Katt Williams joins me now live from Los Angeles. Katt, good morning. Good to have you here with us.
Good morning, TJ. How are you?
I am doing all right. Now, we got to start with something we have been reporting, and it has been attributed to you. A statement out there that you allegedly issued through your publicist apologizing for that routine, but you and I were just talking here in the commercial break. You said that's not really your statement. So
now what do we have here? Katt Williams forever in the news. Forever in the news, man. Very provocative, controversial comedian who you can say you can be mad at him or you can, I don't know. There's a lot of comedians that get mad at him for saying stuff, and then some of the stuff I think he said has been proven to be true. Some of it, you never know. Like he's talked about Diddy, and then Diddy got arrested. But he talked about Steve Harvey and Cedric. He talked about Cedric, showed a joke. I'm a Cedric the Entertainer fan. Talked about Cedric and showed a joke that he said he stole, and it looked like he did. He talked about Steve Harvey. These are dudes that I've admired forever. You know what I'm saying? He says some of the things he says seem to end up being true. Some of them end up being, you know, just him saying it. I don't know. Let's get into this, man. We got funny people and we got hot topics. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Come on.
I am the king of the world.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed to the channel. Let's keep going with this, man. Let's see what he's talking about.
Tell me what the deal is.
Well, we kind of have to start. I hope that everybody saw what I just saw. If a person starts their heckling with F America, then that gives me the right to defend my country. I couldn't be anti-Mexican. My Mexican fan base is largely responsible for me even existing. So between them and the black community, it's really all I have. But I don't think I need to apologize for being pro-American. The guy said that all of this is still Mexico, and I was just giving him geography. This is America, greatest country in the world, sir.
Well, help us understand. So, do you not?
That ain't wrong to say that. That ain't wrong to say that. That's not bashing you. That's just loving us. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of Mexican folks that are American citizens, so that includes you too. You know what I'm saying? But I hate when people say that this is still Mexico. Is it? I can't. Don't say. Here's the deal. That's an ignorant statement to make. That's an ignorant statement to make. It's not. America's America, and you know you have a right to defend where you're from, no matter where that is. So I feel him.
Apologize for anything. We showed like a 50-second clip there. It's like 7 or 8 minutes. Go ahead.
I apologize for the fact that the word anti-Mexican is being said to a black guy in America.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that studio, that stand-up.
I'm not allowed to. As a stand-up, the only thing that I sell is uncensored thought. So I'm only selling them the way I think, uncensored. So I'm not allowed to then come back the next day and apologize. That's for the Tracy Morgans of the world. I meant what I said. He
always calling somebody out, dude. He always calls somebody out. I don't know if Tracy Morgan did that, but yeah, if you're a comedian, you need to be unapologetically funny. You don't apologize for jokes unless you feel like, dang, well, no. So you could apologize if you feel like, man, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that one went too far, but you still thought it, though. So are you really sorry, or are you just saying you're sorry so people will be like, okay, so you don't get canceled? I don't know.
I'm apologizing if somebody thought I was trying to be anti-Mexican. Mexicans are my friends,
So Katt, why is it somebody is allowed to put out a statement apologizing on your behalf then?
Sir, they put out a DVD called Katt Williams' 9 Lives while I was in jail without my permission. A lot of stuff has been happening to a lot of black celebrities in the world. We just deal with it, thank Jesus, and keep on going, sir.
Now, I guess it's clear to say, you gave me a little bit of what he was saying, but he kept going on and on, this heckler. Now, what was it? You said he said, F America. That certainly set you off. But go ahead.
We were in Phoenix. So this is a heavily Mexican-American crowd. I gave $5,000 out to a Mexican-American serviceman at this same show. It was nothing like that the night of the show. This happened 19 days ago. It's just happening in the news yesterday because it's my birthday.
Well, help me understand that. What was it? Because it's clear that you were visibly upset. and you said you're a proud American. You defended this country. So is that essentially what it was? He was clearly out of line in your opinion, but he really got you hot.
I was offended because he was making a statement that we're not allowed to make in this country. In this country, you have to pledge allegiance to America first and your country of origin second. And so the fact that he was blatantly disrespecting the law that we all follow, black people worked too hard to become black Americans in this society, and we were slaves here. And we did a lot of free work. Whatever they did was in another country, and we certainly applaud their history, but don't come here talking to sons of slaves about that. And if there's something...
I don't know what that has to do with it. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know what the slavery thing has. I get his point. I think Katt always actually makes good points, even if it's just his opinion or facts. You know, I think he would say that they're facts. I think he always makes really good points, though. But, you know, I don't know that I would include, if I was speaking, I don't know that I would include the slavery part. But I think dude was offensive because he's calling America Mexico, which it's not. You know what I'm saying? It used to be. Americans, when the Europeans came over, they took over this, and then they also took over, you know, a lot of other places, and then brought slaves over to work. I'm kind of glad. I'm gonna be honest. I'd prefer to live here more than anywhere else. I think about, dang, I hate that my ancestors went through stuff, but I am happy that I'm American and that I live here and that I am able to drive what I drive, live where I live, do what I do for a living. I don't know that I would do that if I had grown up in the jungles of Africa. I don't know that I'd be able to drive a brand new pickup truck. I like doing this, so I'm proud to be an American and where I am now too. So I see him defending that. I get it.
If there's something anti-Mexican about what I said, then I apologize for the anti-Mexicanness of it. I was talking to one individual.
I guess that's part of it, that at least one line in there that did get some people probably upset more so than others, because a lot of people familiar with your comedy. I am as well. I didn't hear a whole lot that was, you know, a departure from some of the other stuff I've heard you say in routines before, but you did say we were slaves. Speaking of black people, y'all just work like that at the landscaper. Even that...
Ooh, come on, dog. That's racist. That's a line. Yeah, that's going to be seen as anti-Mexican, bro. Yeah, I see why people would be mad at him, dog. It is what it is. And as a comedian, man, you're quick-witted. And if you're offended, man, you're going to come back with these sharp comments that would definitely probably piss some people off or be seen as anti-Mexican.
Right.
You don't apologize for that one either? You think that one got too close to going over the line?
I can't apologize for it even if it was close to the line, because at the end of the day, I wasn't there to make racial conversation. I was there to tell a joke. The joke was, if Mexicans love America, could they give black people Mexico? That was the entire joke, because we love it and it's real close. We couldn't go back to Africa because of the flies. That was the joke. None of that's airing on the tape. This is an hour-and-a-half show, sir.
Now, would you, do you understand, at least some people hearing that, and you were talking to one guy. It's clear that other people in the crowd were laughing at what you were saying to him, even as you were going off on the one guy.
If I had disrespected Mexicans, I wouldn't have been able to get out of there alive, sir, with all due respect.
But as people, do you understand why people who do hear it maybe do get offended by it, who maybe didn't read the,
you can
or
understand
listen
that,
to the
Katt.
whole
you can
7-8
understand
minutes
that,
of it, but just maybe read a few comments? You think they just have the wrong impression, or you understand why some might think the landscaper comment might have been offensive? Telling a Mexican like that guy to get to stepping back to Mexico, how that comes off as being offensive?
Get to stepping back to Mexico is not super offensive, but the landscaper comment, that's definitely, it's a joke, but it's definitely a racial joke, for sure.
No, he said that we were in Mexico. So let me just say this. Yes, I can see what you're saying, TJ. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think those people should watch more of this CNN show so they can see there are real news factors going on in this country, things we should discuss, like our president versus football, rather than worry about what a comedian's saying. If you don't like me, don't come see me. If you do like me, I'm here for you. But I love Mexicans and I love Mexican Americans. But I love America overall. Let's be very clear about that.
Any concern about how people might view you down the road, how this could impact your
sir.
career down the road? People
None.
might not want to book you in Texas or Arizona or California.
Sir. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let's let that happen, but let the statement be that I'm a Christian, I'm straight.
All right. Well, we will leave it there. Again, I'm glad we got to clear it up because we have been, Katt, this morning.
Thank you, TJ.
We have been talking about this morning an apology that Katt Williams sent out, and you're telling me that was not your apology, so that's important to note this morning.
I just made my apology, TJ, live in front of CNN.
Katt, good to see you, buddy. You enjoy California. We'll talk to you again soon back here in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Katt Williams is a fool, dog. Hey, man, he stands, you know how they say standing on business. I'm going to be honest. He stands on business 100% all of the time. Like he said, he issued his apology right there live in front of everybody, right live on CNN. He apologized if that made you feel funny because he was talking to one person. I get it, but you could definitely see why some people would be offended by that. The landscaper, because that's going to be a stereotypical job for Mexicans. So, you know, there's a lot of jokes that are made like that from people from other races, from people of the same race. I don't know. I feel like we should just view it as comedy. And not be so sensitive. There are bigger fish to fry, like he said. There's bigger things to worry about in the country, man, like a lot. Every day I've been feeling a little bit funny this year, and I'll leave it at that. I've been feeling a little weird this year and a little scared about what's going on in this country from different angles. So there's bigger things to worry about. I would say that. But, you know, when you have a certain belief, you know, if you are a believer, you know what I mean? I think you know that everything is going to work out the way that it's supposed to. You know, people always say it's going to be all right. It's going to work out the way that it's supposed to, and worrying about it is not going to help. And getting upset over what a comedian says is not going to be anything. So I think you should get over it, enjoy comedy, and move on with your life, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Comment, let me know what you think about what Katt Williams said, man, and let's get on to it, man. Cali, baby. See you, bye.